Hi all! Welcome all, everyone, persons, people. This is my new unnamed plot on the internet. It's very small still. But I imagine that, if you subscribe to me, it could be our little plot of unnamed land on the internet. And maybe we can be like a little collection of houses, a neighborhood, or maybe a village soon, and who knows, maybe a metropolis someday. I mean, that's just what happens when you subscribe to me. You become part of this wonderful little community with only myself at the moment inside. So yeah, and I'll be opening like a chat and so on, so you can all chat with me because I want us all to be friendly neighbors. Sorry. So yeah, my name is Philomena XR, or Philomena, and that's my real name. Yeah, that's my channel, and you can see I'm really nervous, but this will get better over time. I don't know. I don't have a position of power. We will see what kind of government we want. We will make votes, okay? This will all be really serious stuff. So anyway, let's get into the video. Bye. I wanted to talk about why I am doing my YouTube channel because I really wanted this for a long time. So why I'm doing it, like now, and also why I didn't do it before. So the reasons. And the reason like why now is thoroughly linked kind of to the whole, creep show art thing, because you'll see it's nothing like it's not me criticizing anything, it's not me trying to cash in on the name or whatever. Really, like honestly, this is just my personal experience and why I want to make this YouTube channel and basically bring new life and also emphasize the people that are the actual real art community on YouTube. Anyway, this will all be talked about in the video. See you guys. Bye. See you later, I guess. So yeah, basically, this video is gonna be separated into two parts. So the first one, why now? Basically, I've always had this potential energy, let's call it like that. So this, like me wanting to do this YouTube channel and having this kind of motivation behind it, let's say. But it was not able to become like kinetic energy, I suppose. Wow, that was a great analogy, Philomena. So it needed a spark, an outside element to ignite the motivational fire that I had in me. I guess the potential energy was contained like in the firewood. That would be more accurate. So the fire now is like the one that's in my eyes, shining like a beacon through the night. So let's see if this fire turns into a garbage fire train wreck situation or not. Because as I said, I wanted to do this for years. Not really sure what I would be doing either at that time, because YouTube is kind of now separated into communities now, and it's really, really apparent. And so you're often categorized. Even YouTubers that talk about like whatever they want still get lumped in. But I'm sure most YouTubers, or at least many of them, would love to do everything because you want to do what you love, and you don't just love one thing. You don't just love commenting or reactioning. But no offense to people that just like reactioning, that's fine. But I just don't watch you. Anyway, so they would love to do everything just like I wanted to. But in the end, we are kind of in a period where, before changing TV channels every 5 seconds became now
changing videos every 5 seconds, or 20 minutes if it's a really good video. So I figured people usually come to a channel for a specific topic, or like in this instance, drawing and creative works. I decided to put myself into this category. Why didn't I do this before? So this spark I'm talking about all the time, it has basically also made me choose the art path. It's also very liberating for me because I'm sort of a quote-unquote failed genius, as most people have said. And saving face and like honor, or kind of a like modernized version of honor and pride, is something very important, at least to me and my upbringing. Let me be clear, my upbringing was not like, oh my god, super traditional, whatever. Like, my parents were the best, very loving. It's just in my culture, and I really feel that way, which is kind of unhealthy, but I'm working on it. So yeah, I was a quote unquote failed genius, and a lot of stuff has happened in the last few years, and I was left really, literally destroyed and burned out, and figured uni, at least in my country, wasn't for me, specifically from a technical teaching method point of view. I was around there for about 4 years or so, and I was very passionate in my first years, but it came crumbling down when my mental illness came into play and destroyed very important relationships with people who were in my classes and my school. And after that, I just burned out. Like, I couldn't go back there. Like, I really felt like I wasn't even worth being in their sight anymore. Um, anyway, so I burned out. Not really like you see in the books or movies most of the time. It came really progressively, slowly, like walking in a deserted marsh. But then, very suddenly as well, when you realize how low you are and kind of accept how you feel, but not like embrace it, but just like realize how you really feel. So, yeah. After that, even more horrible things started happening, which I attribute to being my fault sometimes, but those sometimes are enough to put this heavy weight on me. I will probably talk about these experiences in other videos, so stay tuned to hear my harrowing stories. Joking, but honestly, videos that other people do talking about trauma, hurting, and their experiences make me feel better and give me time for introspection, which is also a goal I have with these stories I will be making. Obviously, they won't be grim and depressing all the time. I want to achieve some sort of balance, because the middle way is the way we should take. So yeah, I wanted to make something palpable. So this YouTube channel. Basically, I wanted to say first that since I always was the genius student up to university, it was always implied that I would choose basically anything but in university and higher studies, since I kind of excelled at literally anything, and I'm not joking. I learned by the time I was 13 that it didn't quite make me superior to other people, so good on me for realizing that so early, because seriously, people like this, I don't hate you, but you've got to take a step back and see that you don't know about life, and every person, even if they seem dumb to you, can teach you valuable life lessons and some kind of epiphany for you. And that's one of the beauties in interpersonal relationships, so yay for that! So this meant that while I drew really extensively, took commissions and all that jazz starting age 12, when my beloved mom bought me a bamboo fun and pen or touch or something like that, I was really happy, and I got really into it. Really into it. Sorry. I recently had to replace it with its modern day equivalent, since money is scarce. Let's say, it does work, it does the job, but I do dream sometimes whilst falling asleep in Morpheus's arms that I'm drawing on a screen drawing tablet. I'm really getting ahead of myself, sorry, I'll stop making parallels now. So anyway, this meant that art studies were really not something that I thought was a true job. It seemed like some sort of glorified hobby to go to an art school. But please, also for the art school thing and me not going there, please forgive me because that is how I was raised. Being from a half Chinese Singaporean family, although being also Swiss helped me destigmatize the thing, it was just not like a career path that was like out of the question. Now we are at the part where I'm saying why now. So after that prelude, well, you've all heard now of CREEPSHOW'S dumpster fire of a career and her terrible actions. Yeah, most people think it's unforgivable, and I can totally understand where they're coming from because she has made one woman's life and many others a living hell. And I don't think this person should have a platform on the internet because they are just a danger to the internet sphere. And also to my little unnamed plots of land. I do not want it to be destroyed, so you can protect my land with me. Anyway, I'm not usually one for drama, but this interested me. You know why? Because all my years on YouTube, I don't know why, but I only had come across her channel, my suggestions all the time. So I watched some videos, including stuff about stories that absolutely totally happened. And also the infamous stalker video and a few others. I wanted to like see how she draws and like, yeah, the art style. Not too much my thing, but I like how she makes the eyebrows most of the time in her drawing, so that's a thing. Like, she kind of inspired me for those eyebrows. It's easy to say this in retrospect, but honestly, she always seemed very self-righteous, pretty pretentious, and I couldn't really pinpoint why, but yeah, there's just things that seemed really off and really mean, I guess. And I couldn't stand her phrasing, you know? You know what I'm talking about. Let me give you an impression. So this person, a human being living, breathing on planet Earth, decided out of his own free will to do with his, mind you, expensive Cintiq, which I could not afford in a million years, a drawing that looks like the embodiment of Docket. No, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. And well, it wasn't even really that. It just seemed really petty. So always exposing this and that, like ruining people's businesses and careers. And most of the time she would just like do half-assed apologies and sometimes not even at all. And it was all about drama. And I'm not really that person, which is ironic considering the title of this video. But get this, I genuinely thought that the art community was just like people like her or similar. And maybe, like, I would assume a few exceptions who didn't garner enough views to be even in my searches. All the bigger ones would talk about whoever was in deep shit at the time, like, basically tea. And I didn't feel like I would fit in. But then I reflected a bit and remembered the Peaches drama, which was just before. I didn't follow it too closely, but I realized pretty early on that what was happening to her was terrible. Like, I don't know, it's this Luke guy, he made like a video, which Creepshow also supported, whatever, claiming that she was doing suicide baiting when anyone who's been through those thoughts, and even close to taking action, even at that point, can very easily switch and be kind of alright with life not ending for the time being. Doing the deed is an impulse, where you usually either clear your head, clear your mind completely, or have this tunnel vision where you are bombarded by all the single miserable things in your life, like just not seeing the small or the big good things and the people that care. So you just feel lonely and like there's no exit. Like I've been there many times. Like yeah. But I really if given the time to think over, sometimes it's minutes, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's a call, but if some people had someone or had taken some time to reflect on what they do have, not what they don't have or what they have lost. Oh, this can sometimes have been avoided. Because humans, as we are, ultimately do not want to die by nature. Society is the cause for stress, and of course, mental challenges are also a big factor. But it remains that I'm glad that Peaches herself is alright, and I wish her the best, and also to all people that are struggling these thoughts. And that's my opinion. So if it doesn't work for some people, yeah, that's just my opinion about it. Even though I should be telling myself these things. Anyway, remember the Peaches thing? I proceeded to watch her videos of hers and videos of some of her art community friends and realized that this community had so many wholesome people that did not talk shit about other people or try to cancel them, just giving their stories, loving their fans, and also like their opinion on various topics. Um, Including drama, but that's fine by me as long as it's not just feeding into it and like saying really negative and mean things about it. Like just their comments, And same goes for the Emily Artful channel, which I checked out, and she doesn't really do the type of art that I really enjoy. Like she would be a really good tattoo artist, like she would be a really good tattoo artist, basically. I really think so. I don't know if she does that, but I feel like her drawings really suit that kind of motif that many people would be interested in. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So, anyway, this prompted me to have this eureka moment where I was like, hey, maybe I can fit in and bring something new to the table because this is kind of a nice community if you like take off like the bad apples that are kind of really popular. But with the downfall of Creepshow, it's kind of created this kind of gap where I thought, yeah, I can fit in. Obviously, I'm not gonna be the next, popular or whatever channel. Like, I'm completely happy if we have like a little village of 50 followers. But yeah, um, yeah, because if people find something interesting in what I say, then I'm just really happy, I really need this because I'm in recovery and I've been in isolation for a really long time now, like a few years. Well, on and off, but most of those 2.5, 3 years were complete isolation. And the reasons I will cite in a later video because I don't want this video to trigger anyone. And I also feel like I've lost everything, friends, relationships, and my family, except my dad. Bless my dad. And it's his 70th birthday today, so yeah. If you see this video, please comment happy birthday to him. He would be so happy. So right now, I'm going to focus on my art because thanks to, well, a lot of hardworking bureaucrats, I am able to recover in peace for some time. And since it's been a while, because obviously when you're down and worn out, getting out of bed is difficult, eating, let alone to draw. So this channel means already a lot to me because my goal right now is to make one finished drawing every about 8 to 10 days. Maybe later when I'm better, like at having this schedule, because holding schedules in this state, as some of you may know, is kind of hard. But when I'm better about this schedule thing, probably weekly and maybe bi-weekly, I'll be testing many styles. So yeah, because I don't necessarily want to stick to my two styles, I want to cover new ground and grow so I can develop like my styles. So don't be surprised at the sudden coloring changes, style changes. But ultimately, it will still remain me. Anyway, so this is why I started now. And those were some of the obstacles in my mind that were holding me back. So I wish you all the best. And I wish myself also all the best because I'm the only one here now. And go subscribe to other wholesome art YouTubers and recommend me some in the comments because I don't have much right now. And please subscribe to me because we can create a magnificent community together and get along with other art channels. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best day possible. Bye, guys. Bye, people. And bye, future neighbors. We'll get to vote soon about the town name, town flag. Probably, I would prefer like a Japanese provincial flag, like inspired one, because they are so beautiful. Who wouldn't want one like that? Anyway, see you guys. Bye.